Hey everybody, Hollywoodpizza here, and today we're going to be playing some Transmogrify. So the point of the deck is to cast a Transmogrify on one of our many token producers. So for 4 mana, 3 colors and a red sorcerer, we get to exile a creature, then reveal cards from the top of our library until we reveal a creature card. And we put that card onto the battlefield. We can also exile our opponent's creatures if we actually get into a pinch as well. The main card that we're trying to hit, though, is going to be Atraxa Grand Unifier, so then we can just draw a bunch of cards, essentially off of the Atraxa. And to help get us there, we have 4 Courier's Briefcase, which makes a 1/1 when it comes into play, and it's a treasure, so we can kind of ramp into the Transmogrify as early as turn 3 because of that. And the same as this Careful Cultivation, we can just channel it to get a 1/1 green monk that adds a green mana, still casting the Transmogrify as early as turn 3. To help us kind of like bridge the mid game a little bit, we have cards like Fable the Mirror Breaker and Seeker's Chariot. We also have Ob Nixilis, which can be really good against a variety of decks, including control decks, and can also grind the mid-range decks out a bit. On top of that, what's actually really interesting is we can actually casualty the Atraxa to the Ob Nixilis and then be able to ultimate it right away if we need to kill our opponent for the last 7 points of damage. In the early game, though, we're going to be using cards like Thoughtseize and Fatal Push to disrupt our opponent. One Duress as well, main deck. A couple of Gopher Throats to help give us a little bit of some more interaction, same as a Shielded Edict against Planeswalker decks and creature decks in general. Any type of special lands, we have one Sekenzan and a Boseiju. The Sekenzen's great because we can channel it and get a couple 1/1 spirit tokens that can help beat down a little bit, or be targets for a Transmogrify. Boseiju, of course, is an uncounterable answer to any type of enchantment or non-basic land that we need to blow up. For a sideboard here, we have a couple of Rending Volleys to help against anything that's going to be blue-white base, even the mono-white aggressive decks. This card's just phenomenal against. A Braid, also another great removal spell. We can destroy Bank Busters or kill a creature. We have 2 Terra Sunders to help against Leyline Bindings or Planeswalkers if we kick it. A couple of Pithing Needles for the Planeswalkers as well, or non-basic lands like a Mutavault that our opponent can activate. A couple of them Licensed Hearse, which help against the graveyard strategies, as well as the Go Blanks. And Go Blank can kind of just double up as a value card, where you can kind of just make our control players or our opponents kind of just discard some cards and take control of the game from there. And to round out the sideboard, we have a couple of Extinction Events as the board wipes that help us against specific matchups, such as the aggro decks, or even some mid-range strategies where we know that they're running a lot of the same mana value. Overall, deck was a ton of fun. Definitely recommended for ranked and any tournaments. Let's go ahead and jump into some games and have some fun. On the draw here, I think we got to take a mulligan. This just does not really look all that great. Okay, this is like way better. I think that we keep this and could put this back. I think that's fine. We have to pay a lot of life, though, to Thoughtseize, which is a bit rough. I guess we can do this. Fortunately, it does look like we're up against control, though. Ooh, the Lotus Field deck, okay. Take the Doom Scar. Okay, I think we can show just those 2 colors. Yeah, they kept a lot of lands. I mean, they had double Lotus Field, though, so I definitely understand why they did it, you know? We were actually playing this deck yesterday. Let's put this in our hand. Alright, so we have a Chariot, maybe? Chariot might resolve. It's still pretty decent through board wipe, because then we can play this to crew it if we hit our 5th land here. 2 Fatal Pushes is definitely not ideal. I wish I had kept the Edict now, knowing that, just because they play Trawler. Transmog's not bad. Okay, we'll pass it back. At least we know if they make tokens, we can just kill them, but still kind of dead here. Three cards and a card in Foretell. I'm guessing it's Behold the Multiverse, maybe, or a counterspell. Briefcase is okay. Let's crew first. See what our opponent does. They have like a Wandering Emperor. Play the briefcase. And pass it back. I mean, they could also have, yep, Behold the Multiverse. Could also have like a Farewell, which would be pretty rough, because obviously then we'd lose literally all of our permanents. And we'd really want to top deck a land for this Gigantha. That's kind of like a rough Transmogrify target, too. We have, like, Fable the Mirror Breaker, maybe another Chariot that are pretty good draws. Give us, like, cards that are 2-for-1s or more. We're definitely thinking about it. If they just play Lotus Field, it's a little bit scary, but at least we know that they're not doing anything else, really. They're at 16. If we get to play this... 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So they go down to 5. Okay. Well, we have a Fatal Push for that, at least. Play the Lotus Field. Oh, we'll just kill it now. We really almost want like another treasure too, because eventually we're going to want to hardcast this Atraxa. Alright, so we hit a Black Cleave. Comes into play tapped, unfortunately. We could play the Gigantha off of the Courier's Briefcase. I think we try to go for it. See if they have a counter spell here. Okay, no counter spell. If we want to take this duress. Let's see. Take the duress. This comes into play untapped. Go for the throat. Chariot. We play the pathway. We can duress our opponent to see what they have. Could still have a counterspell. But I guess it's like highly unlikely considering this came onto the battlefield. I mean, we're going to draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, we take the Farewell. They're going to try to stop us from having a turn, though. So let's crew here. We get to attack for 10. They could cycle Typhoon. Let's see. 4, 5, 7, but we're missing 2 colors still. We could have copied a treasure token there. Would have felt pretty good, I guess. Would have got us closer to hard casting it, but still pretty good. I mean, we got to refill our hand. Yep, there's a shark token. Yeah, we have 1 treasure, but it's not enough. Could kill this. They block here. Go down. I think I just want to, like, kill this. Let's get him down to 6. they get like a board wipe or something, we still have a backup chariot. So they're gonna cast a fairy. They get to untap 2 lands anyways. So our turn's gonna go. They're gonna get like 3 redraws or something like that. 1 here, 1 there, plus their following turn to dig for an answer. Alright. So they didn't put an upkeep stop. Well, that feels pretty good, right? We have an Ob Nixilis. Just Atraxa by itself kills them. So they need to have... I guess they can Discontinuity. Or maybe they're going to use the Discontinuity as a counter spell. I'm okay with them countering Gigantha, I guess. Yep. Sure. So they get 2 more draws here. Yep, gonna get to draw. Gonna have another Discontinuity, which would be kind of rough because then they just still keep stalling out. Okay, untap some lands, but they didn't play anything. Alright, so we're gonna go to attacks. Could also just attack with only Atraxa. They probably have Settle. Yeah, you're right, yeah. We did play this deck yesterday, so they more than likely have Settle. I think we just come in with this. So they're gonna Discontinuity. Alright. Nothing we can do about that. Some more redraws from the opponent, maybe until they hit a board wipe. We can play this as a 1/1. And then have enough mana to Chariot plus Ob Nixilis. So we can rebuild our board state pretty well here. They have 2 cards left. Gonna draw here, get up to 3 cards. They'll untap this. So they're tucking the Atraxa into the deck. We could go for the Throat It. I think this is fine, though. The Cruise, Swing. Lose those 3. Have 2 cards left. Yeah, I think this is fine. Gives us enough mana to do everything we want to do. Do we just want to make another mana? Like a cat. Take the 2/2 over the 1/1. Yep, Wandering Emperor, sure. Probably target the Chariot. We can't go for the Throat the Chariot, which is unfortunate. Alright, they go down to 4. Casualty. Oh. And make them discard here. Okay, last card was just a land. They lose 2 more life. Play this and another chariot. They top deck a board wipe. It's pretty good, but we still can make 2 devil tokens. And even destroy 1 to get them down to 1. And then like a hard board wipe feels pretty bad. Two cards left. They have to keep them for the Obnixilis though, or like they're definitely in a tough spot. Either they lose to the Obnixilis or they lose to the creatures in play. So do they have a settle? We're gonna uptick on both of these. Alright, so they're just gonna pass. We hit a stomping ground. We're gonna uptick on both of these. Okay, discontinuity. Sure. Alright, well. They get to buy another turn. They get a redraw from Teferi. They got 3 cards now. Memory Deluge. They're gonna have 4. We're gonna top deck an Atraxa. There's another Deluge. Just the power of this deck. But they only have 3 mana left. So, in all reality, I'm not even sure, like, what cards they could have. Okay, they're gonna foretell. Yeah, I mean, it's not really looking good for them. We got 6 cats. Yeah. I guess I get to untap both of these. So they still could have the Settle the Wreckage. Or just another discontinuity. Yep. Alright. That's the 4th one. Oh, they might stabilize here at 2 life, though. Because of the deluges. We haven't been able to draw either. So they might discard 2 cards. I guess they probably will, or they just die, so. Okay, Doomscar. Sure. They get a draw. We're looking for a creature to crew the chariot. But we're drawing this, so it's not gonna happen. Down tick on both, it's just not enough. Yeah, they're definitely just like in this part of the game. Yep. Emperor. Token, they get to untap 2 lands. See what they do here though, besides that. We have any other ways out? Well, they packed it up. I mean, the Obnixilis, I believe, definitely got there. Once they passed, we can make 2 tokens. That was probably enough. We'll take the go blanks. I think Needle's pretty good here. Rending volleys. Let's see, we know they had a shark, and we know they played Proctor. So I feel like something like this, so that, I mean, both of these serve like the same purpose pretty much. A braid or even the tear asunder. What are we cutting the go for the throats? Maybe we cut the fatal pushes. Killing the Proctor is good though. Like we want to kill Proctor. Question is, would we rather have like the braid? I guess a braid's 2 mana though. Kind of want the tear asunder. Wondering whether or not I want to cut an Atraxa, considering how awkward it was. Let's play 3 still. 61 special, let's go. Mostly just ran out of time there. Trying to think about, like you just saw there, whether or not we just want to cut some of the combo. Oh, I think we can keep this hand. This hand's pretty good. Yeah, I think 3 is fine. Yeah, we really just don't want to run out of them. Alright, so we're mostly just going to try to go for turn for Transmogrify. Ooh, that's pretty good. We don't have the removal for it. Good Courier's Briefcase. And Duress. That's tough. Oh, they're probably going to get to draw into a board wipe either way. Do we just take the wipe now, though? Or a draw spell? Let's just take the Doomscar. Can't combo because of this. Like, we could just get a 7/7, I guess. That's, like, fine. But we obviously just want to redraw a ton of cards. So it looks like they maybe drew... Could have drawn another Doomscar, but I guess we knew that that was a behold. 3 mana. Saga's a little bit different. Good attack. This still doesn't give us enough mana, though. But we do get closer to Ob Nixilis, which is nice. They can kind of start to take over, though, with all the mana that they have. We probably pitch the Mana Confluence. I guess it's tough, though, because then we won't have enough mana to cast Transmog. I think that we really want some redraws, though. Okay, another Lotus Field. But yeah, not having removal. Rending Volley is a little bit too late. I think we can cut these. Pithing Needle's pretty nice. Just gonna shoot that down now. Smash in for damage. And we're gonna try to go for it here. just want Sekenzen. It could play Shark Typhoon, so I could see a reason for Boseiju. We also kind of need mana. Boseiju is like a pretty safe bet. Sekenzen is also like aggressive. Gets us 2 creatures. I think I'll take the Boseiju just to be safe. We don't just want to lose to a Resolve Shark Typhoon. Okay, Behold the Multiverse. Oh, we have a lot of cards we can play here. Obviously, though, they also have a lot of redraws, right? With the Deluges. Besides the one they have in hand that we know about. They still have one in the yard. Alright, both on the bottom. Tap land. Could have a discontinuity here, which would be a bit annoying. The fairy's rough too because we have the Pithing Needle in our hand. Alright, so this flips over. Yep, gonna go to combat. Yeah, I'm pretty glad that I didn't cast the Pithing Needle there. Because it would have just got counterspelled. Make a 1/1. It's not like anything crazy impressive, but it's still something. Okay, there's the Deluge. They're definitely tanking as well. So they go back up to what, 7? Full grip. So we're both grinding this out here. Yeah, 42. Could draw 7. If this resolves. I feel like we're just going to get hit with a discontinuity. Thought distortion. Ooh, that's brutal. Yep, we're just going to cycle this. We can't really do anything else, though. Yep, there goes all of our cards. Rending Volley, alright. Definitely something. Alright, coming in for damage. Pass it back. Definitely in a bad spot now. Things were looking good, but that distortion definitely came through for them. We need to hit something like a Fable. Another Transmogrify would be pretty nice for an Atraxa to redraw, but we have the Doomscar, we have Gigantha. Still something. Deluge. I think that we were like a little bit behind from the start. The Strict Proctors Trick Proctor definitely got there. We just drew our removal spells a little bit too late. And they're paying some life, so they got something here. Probably Foretell, yep. We do hit the Transmog, but no creatures. So we'll cast a Gigantha. They're at 6, but they got pretty much a full grip here. With all these deluges and potentially a Behold the Multiverse in the side, in the Exile Zone. So we might pack it in here pretty soon. Especially knowing this is less likely to resolve. Could have brought in Dovin's Vetoes from the sideboard. Alright, let's see what happens though. I think for game 3 we really want some Thought Seizes early. Okay, Doomscar. And they just play another Lotus Field, so Thoughtseize. And we can look at their hand before we concede, I guess. Yeah, we're not. We're not beating that. They didn't have the Dovin's Veto. So yeah, not having the Fatal Push was pretty brutal there. What do we want to do? Do we want another Fatal Push? I feel like we do. Just don't know what to cut. I feel like if we get the combo early, we're feeling pretty good. I do want a second Fatal Push, though. Alright, let's try this out. I really hate cutting a card like that, but it's also kind of like a deadish draw later. I think we want to have just enough to do this. Mana Confluence, and we're not playing till later. I think we got to take a mulligan. This is a lot worse. Gonna take another one here. This is fine. Put both of these back. Could also just keep Chariot. A little bit slow. We're not needling anything too early. I guess we maybe still wanted for the Teferi. Alright, let's do this first. I'd rather have the removal spell for the Proctor than anything. We're already a bit behind with the mulligan here. Alright, so they also go down to 5. Comes into play tapped. We're looking for a Thoughtseize or a discard spell. The Edict is okay. Can still kill the Proctor. I think we're just rather still use the Renny Volley because the Renny Volley can't hit Planeswalkers. Alright, well. They're missing land drops. Things are looking pretty good for us here. Alright, well. We actually might get there this time. We have the Chariot. And, yep. Second land here into a Proctor, alright. Well, that's really good for us. We have the Rending Volley. We have a Fable. And they're pretty much just dead here at this point. We get to make a Goblin. Gives us more mana to be able to cast our Traxa if we draw it. So things are looking pretty rough. They could still be in the game though, right? Like they're not dead yet. They could exile Doomscar into... Okay, yep. Lotus Field. So they have a ton of mana. So we discard this. And this. Or we play the Gigantha Crew. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 only. It's close. We get them down to 2. But then I don't think that we have a way of getting those last 2 points of damage in. That's tough. Alright, let's screw here. We'll smash in. Make another Goblin. Get 2 treasures. We take 6, go down to 8. Alright, we'll pass it back. I think I'd rather hold on to this for the post board wipe, so that way we can still crew the Chariot. And then make them have to kill the Gigantha. Could be wrong, but... This is gonna flip over. I don't really think that that's too relevant, because we can't give it haste or anything. Up next, this would be pretty good. Or a discard spell. Okay, there's a Doomscar. Sure. Not really much we can do about that. Attracts would be pretty nice too, in all honesty. Fatal Push. Okay, not really gonna do it. Screw here. We'll make a treasure. And we'll pass it back. Another Chariot wouldn't be bad, I guess, because it gives us more bodies to be able to keep crewing the Chariot that's able to attack. Got them down to 4. Still pretty scary. Like I said, they're definitely in the game. They make a lot of mana. If they Teferi, we can still kill it, but then we don't want to run into 1,000 discontinuities. Okay, they're going to the tank. Could still just have the Teferi. Edict definitely helps either way. Okay, so they gotta have like a Settle or a Wandering Emperor. No, it looks like discontinuity. Yep. Alright, they'll get a redraw. A redraw and a land drop. Yep. 3 cards in hand. See what they got here. I'm definitely going to the tank again, I think. Gotta have like a Wandering Emperor here or something, right? We just need another creature to crew this and kind of come in with 2 threats. Okay, Behold the Multiverse. Sure. Nothing we can really do about that. We'll know from the scries if they hit something good. 1 top, 1 bottom. Land drop and then Doomscar maybe? That would be pretty good. Okay. So I'm guessing that's a Doomscar. They have 2 mana open. They could have a March. Wow, they actually had nothing. Wow, that was just like definitely a nail biter there, especially against light control, but we're able to pull it out. We recently played Lotus Field. That video is going to be on the channel here, so don't forget to hit that sub button, but definitely check out that video, and that deck's pretty scary, so to be able to pull that win out feels pretty good. We'll go ahead and see you in the next one. Alright, so we're going to be on the draw here. We actually have to take a mulligan. Ooh, this is still not really that good. I think we got to go down to 5. Alright, we can keep this. I think we kind of have to do this. I don't like it, but it's a necessary evil. Ooh, I really wish we kept the Fatal Push now rather than the Thoughtseize. Oh, we'll take the Thalia. Chariot's pretty nice, actually. It definitely clogs the board up against their deck. So if we can get to it, definitely gonna feel pretty good. Yeah, the Fatal Push for this officer if they don't top deck anything else. They had an Adeline here. Okay, Brutal Cathar. Yeah, let's just Fatal Push this. That's fine. We had to go for the throat. I'm not going to put Giganta in my hand. Yeah, this is going to flip like no matter what, so. Alright, no Giganta. We have to take 3 from it anyways. Looks like they have a Brave the Elements, but they can't. They can cast it, but their creature's red. It's not going to gain protection. Alright, well, we got a Chariot down. We made it this far into the game. Opponent has 1 card left in hand. We have 2 blockers and a pretty big one if we need it. Okay, nothing right now. Yep, Fable's pretty good. We'll crew. And we can swing in with the Chariot and a token. So let's come in for 6. Okay, Giant Killer, pretty good. Come in for 2 regardless, get them down to 18. Guess we'll go down to 9. They'll play Giant Killer. They have a Mutavault now, which is pretty scary. Do they have another card, though? Nope. Probably a land. Yep, gonna get us down to 9. That's fine. We get some redraws. Don't want these cards. We don't want to Thoughtseize them if they just have a land. Can't play Gigantha, which is a bit unfortunate. Do we just take the Brave the Elements, though? Maybe we do. If that's what their last card is. Yep, Brave the Elements. I'm okay taking 2 damage for that, knowing that we won't just randomly die to it. Okay, here's a Hopeful Initiate. Well, Giant Killer's gonna definitely be a problem here. We get Fable. Tracks 6. Alright, I'm gonna try to come in with the Goblin token. Alright, we're able to come in with it. Feels pretty good. We have quite a bit of blockers back. They come in for 6, yeah. Just gonna play the Atraxa here, get some redraws. They'll definitely tap it down with the Giant Killer, but they can't tap everything down. Nixilis, Pathway, Fatal Push. We want to take the Atraxa. I don't think so. Could be wrong. We can't actually target these because of this. We can kill this, though, and then debuff the squad. So I like that. I think we'll just pass. Yep, gonna tap the Atraxa down. Okay, they just draw land. So they'll activate Mutavault. Either way, they get a counter. Let's see how they attack. Either way, they're going to get a counter on this. Okay. That's fine. Oh, we can Fatal Push here. Turns it down to a 2/2. I guess it only turns it down to a 2/3. So then we have to double block. Here. Block there. I forgot we actually can't do this, so we have to kill this. But then they can still tap this down next turn. I'm trying to think about what the best way to navigate through this is. Guess we still just kill the Copper Coat. Let's go down to 4. Transmogrify. Try to go to combat. We can actually let's see what we can do here. Play Chariot for sure. We just hold up the Fatal Push. Want to kill the giant killer. We don't have Mutavault anymore. Could play this, copy it, gain some life. Kind of like that too, actually. Sack one of the cat tokens, get a devil, gain 2, go to 6. No, I still like Fatal Push and then copying like a goblin token, I think. Yeah, we're going to kill the giant killer. We need to start gaining 7 life a turn. Yep, gonna pay for it. We don't want the giant killer to be around. We're just gonna use it, that's fine. Dauntless. Yep, gonna protect the copper coat. Completely okay with that. Don't have any good attacks. We get to copy the goblin token, and then from that point on, the game is pretty much over because we'll gain some life with the Atraxa. Let's bring in these Rending Volleys, the Abrades. Ancient Event's pretty good here. We can get rid of Obnixilis is just pretty medium. The rest doesn't really do much. Maybe we keep this because it can maybe gain us some life, but I don't really like it. But we'd rather have the Tear Sunder though. It's like a 4-mana removal. I don't really like that. Pithing Needle's pretty good against Mutavault. So maybe we just play that over the Thoughtseize. Can also name Giant Killer. And even Recruitment Officer if need be. These are all pretty good options. Yeah, I feel like I like it more than almost everything else that's here. Alright, here we go. 2 Courier's Briefcases. I don't think that's going to be good enough. This hand's way better. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're going to start off with this Land of War Waste, I think, just because it gives us Fatal Push mana. We're able to kill something. Plus, it's a Thalia, which would be a little bit annoying, but still manageable. Okay, Copper Coat. Yep, just going to Fatal Push that. To play our Briefcase, and then we can Transmogrify for an Atraxa on turn 3. And that could potentially just seal the game. Ooh, there's a Gobakon though, so there's a Transmogrify gone. So we're probably likely to play this Fable now. Okay, Rending Volley's pretty good. And we're still kind of close to the Transmogrify, honestly. If we top deck a land, we actually will have enough to play it. Let's see if they have the Brutal Cathar, Skyclave, Apparition, okay. Getting rid of the Fable, the Mirror Breaker. And we don't hit the land, but we have a Chariot. I'm actually still just going to swing in with the Goblin Shaman. See if they block. And I will cast this Chariot. Not bad. We still have Rending Volley open too. So we can get a 3/3. Okay, Adeline. We'll just kill it. No reason not to. Extinction events, not bad. Through here. Attack with just both of these. Copy the goblin. And don't think that we want to put Gigant on our hand. I think we just pass. We can make them sacrifice this to get another creature. And then we just have like a pretty insurmountable board state for them. So let's see what happens here. Oh yeah. Card's really good. Yeah, I'll take a 3/3. Yep. They have a 1/2. That's not really that crazy impressive. And yep. Gonna pack it up. I get pretty close to just transmogrifying as well still. So, I mean, you can even tell that when we don't combo off that the deck's still really powerful. And we're just able to kind of like grind our opponent out with our, you know, Fables and Chariots. So let's go and see how the next match goes. Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book stores got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey.
This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com.
Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you. Gonna be on the play here with some Jund Transmogrify. I think we can keep this hand. We're up against Yorion, so should be able to Transmogrify pretty early here, I think. Unless they're playing the blue-white control version of the deck, which is definitely going to be a bit more of a grind. But their sleeves maybe tell me that they're playing the Enigmatic Incarnation version. So let's hope that that's the case. Okay, it does look like it might be. Let's Courier's Briefcase here. Okay, so they can't cast a Leyline Binding. Could have a Spell Pierce here, though. Ooh, they have a March. Alright, well, opponent had the answer there. Okay, Invasion Ixalan. Oh yeah, welcome in. Sneezing Serpent, welcome back. Hope we're doing good. Thoughtseize. Well, let's do that first. Let's see what their best card is here. Yeah, more Leyline Bindings. Escape to the Wilds. I think I'm just going to take the card advantage card. I don't necessarily like it that I have to do that either, but it's definitely more like a necessary evil here. And we'll start upticking on Obnixilis. Obviously, they can Leyline Binding it. These are the only plays that we have right now, so this could end up being a bit of a tough matchup considering they have some answers for us. Yeah, this could definitely get rid of the Chandra. I just didn't want to get an emblem, though. We just can't deal with the emblem. So I feel like I'm okay with them getting rid of my stuff, but We still need to find a way to win. But that's definitely true, though. We can definitely still kill it with this, so... Let's just grab this, I guess. Like, this is okay. We're not doing the best, but... We're doing, like, just enough to get by. That's pretty good. Their deck is really stacked here. We just gotta draw here. Play this. Gonna gain a lot of life, but... Okay, yep, here's Risen Reef. We're gonna draw. Can't attack. No land drops. We have Fatal Push. But... we don't have... a way of sacrificing something. I'm gonna play this. We draw another Mana Confluence and then an Atraxa. Or even in the opposite order. We'll be able to cast it. Yep. There's a Leyline Binding. So this will resolve. And I'll actually just kill the Omnath. We don't want them having a really big turn. Could have killed the Reef. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, was them having a backup Omnath. Because now they'll be able to do both of these. If they hit a land, then... gaining life isn't so bad. I was more worried about 2 lands for the mana. Alright, we'll take 1 damage, go down to 15, or going after the invasion instead. Things are definitely not looking good. We need quite a lot to get out of this. A Fable wouldn't be bad to start with. Have a ton of cards. Yeah, we are not going to come back from what's going on right now. So a bit rough, honestly. Even without the Escape the Wild, they just had so much value. The Omnath was just so good. We want the Terra Sunders. I feel like Fatal Push just isn't really going to do it. Many Volley's fine. A Braid doesn't necessarily do it either. Maybe we want Extinction Event. Extinction Event, or maybe even the Go Blanks. Like, how good is Obnixilis against them? Probably just okay. It's not like anything impressive. So do we want the Go Blanks instead? They had a lot of cards in hand. This probably isn't really even that good. I think we're kind of like limited by what we can do against them. Maybe we keep the Fatal Pushes in. Just so we can still kill the Omnath. But we kind of need like a little bit of a miracle for that to happen. Alright, let's try this out. I mean, they got us early. We were just trying to combo there, so... you know, a bit unfortunate they happened to have the answer at the right time. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Avalancha, 39. We'll mulligan. It's a bit rough here. It's really close. I'm being super risky here, but I will definitely take my chances. So we can take Risen Reef. Yeah, that's fine. They still have removal eventually, though. Terra Sunder, let's duress. Get another Leyline Binding. Yeah, we'll take the Escape to the Wilds. I mean, we're one land away from being able to cast most of the cards in our hand. And... play... I think it's better to careful consideration. Get the 1/1 so then we can cast our other mana cards. Especially if we top deck another land. So let's do this here. We'll discard. Wow, Fable's like a really good draw. Let's do that. Even if they Leyline Binding it. Oh, they had a negate though. That's a bit unfortunate. Even if they Leyline Binding it, we still have a Terra Sunder for it. Alright, Invasion. So they're definitely looking for a land here, especially one that will be able to use their binding with. Okay, Fabled Passage. Gonna crack it now. Probably looking for a mountain, would be my guess. And they'll probably just ossify the token. Yep. Cuts us off a mana. Alright, Stomping Ground's not bad. Definitely a land. Definitely at the mercy of these Leyline Bindings, though. Okay, you're in. Salt and Seas isn't bad. It's definitely something. Yep, just gonna take that Yorian. Play another briefcase. Smash in for 1. And we'll pass it back. On land permanent. Okay. They're gonna cycle. That's probably gonna take up most of their turn. Get Jagantha in hand and smash in for 2. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if they leyline the token. They don't have to until we try to combo, but still pretty funny regardless. Omnath, okay. It's not good. And they have the Evolving Wilds, alright. They'll gain some life, they make some mana. If they hit like an escape to the wilds, it's gonna be really rough here. Another Omnath, okay. They get to shoot down a token. They still have Leyline Binding mana up. Okay, well we didn't, fortunately didn't hit what we needed to hit there. Transmogrify is still really good because we can instant speed Terra Sunder. So they would need to do both of the Leyline Bindings, unfortunately. Okay, I was about to say, they still have both. So we can still take this damage, try to top deck the Transmogrify, and still be in it. Okay, they put a counter. Draw a card. I'm gonna crack the Involvement Wilds to go get some mana, so they definitely have something that they're gonna play here. Yep, gonna trigger that Omnath as well, so they get a redraw, they make a bunch of mana. And they can't do anything yet with the mana. They're gonna... Yep, kill their card, hit us. I'm okay with all this. Really just hoping for a Transmogrify here. Chariot's okay. Just gonna pass it back here. There's a leyline binding probably for the chariot. They're actually going to get rid of a token. Interesting. Alright, we're like barely holding on, but we're still holding on regardless. Still have a chance in this game. Yep. Gains indestructible, an invasion. Oh no. Elishnorn. Well, Atraxa definitely doesn't do its thing now. We need to kill the Elishnorn first, so... Now that's quite a lot. Yep. All these Omnath triggers are happening. They're getting to draw some cards. Making a ton of mana. They have another leyline binding here. And yep, gonna get rid of a token. Sure. Both tokens. Well, things are definitely not looking good. We are taking lethal damage, so... A bit of a tough match there. It seems like their deck was just like pure value. And we just weren't fast enough to apply enough pressure to take the match away. But you can definitely tell in our other matches that the deck definitely did its thing. And we actually would have done our thing here in this first game if our opponent didn't have the right answer at the right time. But I think the deck's super, super powerful. We've definitely seen it in our tournaments before. It's definitely made it to the finals. I think any type of Indomitable Creativity, Transmogrify, any type of attracts the deck like this is super, super powerful. And like I stated previously, all your cards are already good enough to beat the opponent by themselves, so you don't always need a combo. So I definitely recommend it for the ladder or for any tournament. Speaking of tournaments, I host 3 a month. All are free to play. Don't forget to catch that. In the description down below, you can find those links as well as links to all my content. I stream on Twitch 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And on Sundays, we do the tournaments at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. So don't forget to smash that subscription button and stay cheesy. We'll catch you next time.